Meeting come to order, please. Roll call. Press your present button, please, sir. Ma'am. Record it. Announcements, staff?
Just a couple of announcements, Mr. Chairman. First of all, we have a revised item, beg your pardon, revised item 15 report in front of you. We're going to keep it on the consent agenda. We received correspondence Monday morning that would allow us to reduce the bond. And secondly, it's with a deal of trepidation that I must announce that this is Katie Rucker's last meeting with us. She has resigned, and she is going.
I'm used to it.
I really can't do much about that part. But at any rate, she's had quite a stay with us. We're going to miss her a great deal, but she's not saying goodbye. It's only farewell. So I'm set the other way around. I never remember.
Good luck, Katie.
But at any rate, that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Consideration of the minutes of December. Ooh, they didn't write. November 10. Any corrections, changes?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Prepare to vote. Vote now. Try it again, PJ. Thank you. Record it. Motion carries. Thank you. Consideration of the consent agenda. Anyone wishing to pull an item for separate discussion, please say so now. Otherwise, we'll take it as a whole. Anyone? Staff?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let's begin with item 3, Arrington Retreat, Section 4, maintenance bond for water, $3,600. Recommendation, release the bond. Item 4, Arrington Retreat, Section 4, performance bond for roads, drainage, and erosion control, $695,000. Recommendation, convert to maintenance the amount of $348,000 and extend for a period of 1 year. Item 5, Hillsborough Cove, performance bond for landscaping, $47,700. Recommendation, convert to maintenance the amount of $14,400 and extend for a period of 6 months. Item 6, Kings Chapel, Section 3A, maintenance bond for roads, drainage, and erosion control, $126,000. Recommendation, extend in current amount for a period of 1 year. Item 7, Kings Chapel, Section 3C, maintenance bond for water, $3,125. Recommendation, extend in current amount for a period of 1 year. Item 8, Kings Chapel, Section 5, maintenance bond for water, $13,795. Recommendation, extend in current amount for a period of 1 year. Item 9, Kings Chapel, Section 5, performance bond for roads, drainage, and erosion control, $267,000. Recommendation, extend in current amount for a period of 1 year. Item 10, Kings Chapel, Section 7, performance bond for roads, drainage, and erosion control, $240,000. Recommendation, extend in current amount for a period of 1 year. Item 11, Kings Chapel, Section 7, maintenance bond for water, $11,205. Recommendation, extend in current amount for a period of 1 year. Item 12, On Track Studios, performance bond for landscaping, $32,065. Recommendation, convert to maintenance, the amount of $9,620 and extend for a period of 1 year. Item 13, Silver Stream Farm, Section 4E, maintenance bond for water, $10,125,000. Recommendation, release the bond. Item 14, Silver Stream Farm, Section 4E, maintenance bond for sewer, $25,000. Recommendation, extend in current amount for a period of 1 year. Item 15, and this is the revised report you have in front of you. The Grove, Section 6, performance bond for wastewater collection system, $393,200. Recommendation, convert to maintenance in the amount of $117,960 and extend for a period of 2 years. Item 16, The Grove, Section 6, performance bond for roads, drainage, and erosion control, $600,000. Recommendation, convert to maintenance in the amount of $300,000 and extend for a period of 1 year. Item 17, Vulcan Materials, performance bond for landscaping / revegetation, $63,350. Recommendation, extend in current amount for a period of 1 year. And moving on to item 19, Final plat review for Hideaway at Arrington, Section 3, containing 39 lots and 19.7 acres located off Cox Road in the 5th voting district. This plat is in order, and staff recommends approval of the final plat with the following stipulations. 1, the posting of performance bond in the amount of $451,000 for roads, drainage, and erosion control. This is a reduced amount based on work completed. Item 2, posting a performance bond in the amount of $87,750 for the wastewater collection system as specified by the county's wastewater consultant. 3, the posting of performance bond in the amount of $19,672.20 for water improvements as specified by Mill Crofton Utility District. Item 4, execution of a stormwater maintenance agreement and submission of operation and maintenance plan for stormwater improvements. And 5, provide 2 copies of the approved final plat in DWG format on recordable media based on the Tennessee State Plane Coordinate System prior to signature and recording of the plat.
Well, I think you said performance on item 3 on that agenda item 19. It's a maintenance bond.
Maintenance, did I say maintenance? It should be maintenance, I beg
I
your
think you
pardon.
said performance, I'm not sure.
Well, it is a maintenance.
Okay, thank you.
I got on a roll, I apologize.
Thank you. Any questions on the consent? Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Prepare to vote. Vote now. Record it. Motion carries. Thank you. Any old business? Staff? Presentation of agenda items. We are down to a sum total of 1 agenda item. Public hearing, amendment to the Williamson County zoning ordinance regarding relocation of non-conforming accessory structures. For those of you in the audience who wish to make a comment, our procedures are as follows. Staff will make a presentation of the agenda item. At its conclusion, you'll be invited to come to the podium and make your comments. If you would at that time, give us your name and address. We'd appreciate it. Staff?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Section 21.03E of the zoning ordinance addresses the relocation of non-conforming structures, which are structures that were lawful when they were constructed, but which fail to comply with current dimensional requirements, such as building setback standards. The provisions of this section currently do not allow a non-conforming structure to be relocated unless the structure is moved to a location that fully complies with setback requirements. This proposed text amendment is intended to provide additional flexibility regarding the relocation of accessory structures, such as storage buildings, detached garages, and other structures that are subordinate to a principal structure. Specifically, the proposed amendment would allow an accessory structure to be relocated to another location on the parcel, provided that such relocation results in a decrease in the degree of nonconformity and does not create a new nonconformity. Staff recommends approval of the proposed text amendment. Staff also recommends that the attached resolution be forwarded to the County Commission for adoption.
I guess I'm confused, Mike. How does it not create a new nonconformity if you don't move it into conformance? I know. I want to ask this question first.
Yeah, so as an example, if there's a accessory structure that doesn't meet a side setback requirement,
Right.
and let's say the side setback requirement in the zoning ordinance is 50 feet, but the structure's 20 feet from the property line, this would allow that structure to be moved to, let's say, 25 feet from the property line, so that you're decreasing the degree of nonconformity, and you're not creating a new nonconformity with respect to another setback, like the front setback or the side setback or something like that.
I understand. Thank you. We'll open the public hearing at this time. Anyone wish to have, or the ones who have signed up, wish to have a comment, please do so now. Commissioner?
Thank you. Good evening. Appreciate your service. Thank you. I'm Todd Kessner, one of the 2 commissioners in the 9th District. I'm at 3210 Del Rio Pike. I'd like to compliment staff on this text amendment. I'm in favor of this. I think this will allow us to potentially save some older and historic buildings that would otherwise be left to rot and ruin. And while this seems a little odd in verbiage, if you can think about it as oftentimes these older buildings really don't have any foundations, and this would enable a landowner to build perhaps a true masonry foundation, pick up a building, if you can think of it that way, and move it 3 feet and set it back down and preserve that structure going forward. So I'm very much in favor of this, and I appreciate staff in coming up with this elegant solution. Be happy to answer any questions.
Questions, Commissioner? Anyone? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. In favor of it.
You, is that the only one signed up? Thank you, ma'am. Public hearing is closed. Discussion? Questions, comments? Don?
The only question I had on that is would this be a staff decision on this, or who makes the call on this?
It would, they would present a site plan showing the existing location and the proposed location, so we would determine that the degree of nonconformity is actually being reduced. And if it is, and there's no new nonconformity, we would approve it at staff level.
Pete?
Yes, I think this is a good move, because there's a lot of times there's structures like that. You don't want to just completely have to tear the thing down and do away with it, but you could change it some and improve the situation a little bit, but not completely tore it up. But I think it's a good move.
Anyone else? Questions? Any further comments? Motion? Motion second. Any further discussion? Prepare to vote. Vote now. Record it. Motion carries. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just set a new world's record.
You're not gonna
No. You bet. No. Is there a motion to adjourn? We are out of here. Thank you.